Puerto Rico, 1995. A farmer finds his goats dead in the pen at first light. No blood on the ground, the meat untouched, but at each throat, 2 small puncture marks. Something came in the night, drank, and left. Within weeks the whole island has a name for it, and within a few years it is one of the most famous monsters on Earth, one we can date almost to the day. Tonight, on Monster Atlas, the Chupacabra. Welcome back to Monster Atlas. Every few nights, I take one monster from the world's folklore, where it came from, the people who swore it was real, and the truth hiding underneath the legend. Tonight we leave the high cold snows of the Himalayas for the warm, dry nights of Latin America, and a creature unlike any we have met so far. Not an ancient spirit, but a brand new one, born inside living memory, the Chupacabra. Chupacabra, from chupa, to suck, and cabra, goat. The goat sucker, named for the first animals blamed on it. A Puerto Rican radio host, Silverio Perez, popularized the word, and it stuck.
It drinks the blood, doesn't eat the animal.
That's the signature, the carcass left whole, only the blood drained through punctures at the neck. A vampire, for livestock. And the strange part, there isn't one Chupacabra, there are 2. Puerto Rico stood upright, child height, huge dark eyes, spines down its back, almost alien. The famous later one, in Mexico and Texas, was 4-legged, hairless and gray, like a dog stripped of its coat.
2 animals, 1 name.
That single fact, how one monster grew 2 faces, is the key to the whole mystery. Almost every monster we cover is ancient. The Chupacabra is the opposite, we can watch it being born. 1995, Canóvanas, Puerto Rico, farmers find animals dead and drained, first 8 sheep, then goats and chickens.
Nothing like it before.
One rehearsal, the 1975 Vampire of Mocha, but no name stuck. It caught the second time because of when it landed, the age of the X-Files, and the dawn of the internet. The Chupacabra is one of the first monsters of the internet age. And underneath is something honest, real farmers losing real animals. The Chupacabra gave a nameless fear a name. That's what monsters have always been for. The legend explodes thanks to one witness. August 1995, Madelyne Tolentino, in Canóvanas, sees it through her window, upright, dark eyes, spines. Her account becomes the blueprint, every drawing copies her monster.
And it changed as it spread?
Completely. In Mexico and along the Texas border, ranchers start finding actual bodies, hairless, gray, dog-like, and call them chupacabras. In Cuero, Texas, 2007, specimens were frozen and paraded on the news. For the first time, a famous monster had a corpse you could examine. Which sounds like the end of the mystery. It was the beginning of the answer. So what is the Chupacabra, really? It gives us something rare, 2 clean answers, 1 for each face.
Start with the body on the table, the hairless dog.
Every one of those carcasses, studied, is the same thing, a coyote or dog with severe sarcoptic mange, caused by a tiny mite, sarcoptes scarbii. As biologist Barry O'Connor explains, it makes the animal lose its hair, its skin thicken and turn gray, and its face swell so the teeth stand out, like fangs.
Hairless, gray, fangs. But the blood draining?
Ordinary and sad. A coyote that's sick is starving, too weak for healthy prey, so it takes penned livestock, and often can't finish, leaving the carcass whole. People saw an uneaten body and assumed the blood was gone. Most were never drained at all.
But the upright one, with spikes?
This is the part one love. Benjamin at Radford went back to that first witness, Tolentino. What she described, upright, slender, huge black eyes, a ridge of spines, matched almost exactly Syl, from the film Species, playing in Puerto Rico the very same weeks as her sighting. Radford doesn't think she lied. She saw something real and frightening in the dark, and her shaken memory reached for the most vivid creature it knew. That's not deceit, it's how memory works. The alien on 2 legs came from a film, the hairless beast on 4 from a sick animal. 1 monster, 2 faces, a mirror of the moment it was born in. The Chupacabra is young, but the fear behind it is ancient. The thing that comes in the night for the blood of the animals walks through almost every farming people's folklore. In Chile, the Mrpushi tell of the Puchen, a flying serpent whose stare freezes you while it drinks your blood. In the Caribbean, the Lugaru, an old woman who sheds her skin and rises as a ball of fire to feed on the farms. In the Philippines, the Sigbin, a hornless goat-like creature that walks backward and drinks from the shadows, perhaps its closest twin. In Ghana, the Asanbosam, a vampire that hangs from branches by iron hooks. In Romania, the Strigoi, the restless dead who drink from their own kin, they gave us the word vampire. In America's Pine Barrens, the Jersey Devil, blamed in 1909 for animals found torn by morning. And one most people miss, Japan's Oshi-One, an ox-headed demon that rises from the sea to prey on shore villages. A perfect bridge to our sister channel, Yokai Night.
Everywhere people kept animals, they feared something in the dark.
Everywhere. So tell me, what comes for the animals in the dark where you grew up? Too young for an ancient shrine, but in 30 years the Chupacabra has become a folk hero. In Canóvanas, a mayor once led night hunts for it, cage and all. Today it sells t-shirts, toys, and hot sauce across Latin America and the Southwest.
A monster became a mascot.
And there's something lovely in that. Born from real losses in a place not always taken seriously, the people who made it took ownership. They put it on the festival poster and the bottle of sauce, and they grin. You can stand in a small Texas museum and look a Chupacabra in the eye. A zoologist says, gently, it's a coyote that died of mange, true. But it's also a Chupacabra now, and that's true too. The sick coyote, the frightened memory, the lost goats, all real. And a new legend, loved by the people who built it, is its own kind of real. For a monster barely 30, the Chupacabra has been busy on screen. In 1997, The X-Files built an episode, El Mundo Gira, around it, perfect for that paranoid decade. Then it softened. In 2003, Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico sent the gang south to face El Chupacabra, a whole generation's first. The detective series Grimm built a 2014 episode around it, recast as one of its shape-shifting Weezon. Then the gentlest turn, 2023, Netflix's Chupa made it a shy, sweet cub to be protected, not feared. Games kept its fangs. In Final Fantasy XIV, it's a scaled desert beast you can hunt. Cartoons went the other way. In Victor and Valentino, it's a shy, vegetarian creature that loves goats. And it reached Japan. In the anime Sakura Quest, a town adopts a Chupacabra in a homemade costume as its tourism mascot. If you enjoy a whole country building its imagination around its monsters, that's what our sister channel, Yokai Night, is for.
Goatsucker to town mascot. In under 30 years. Quite a career.
That was the Chupacabra, a goat found drained at dawn, a sick coyote, a frightened memory shaped by a film, and a brand new legend that its people chose to love. It may be the youngest monster in the whole atlas, and one of the most honest, because we can see, almost step by step, exactly how a monster is made. If you enjoyed this, do subscribe, a new monster from somewhere new, every few nights. And if you'd like the same kind of evening, but in old Japan, the rivers, the rooftops, the ox-headed demons of the coast, that's our sister channel, Yokai Night. We'll set a fresh pin on the Atlas very soon. Until then, mind what comes in the dark.